right, I'm Lindler, and this is Mr. Buford Beavers.
Yes.
So, how long have you been a member in the Resurrection Church?
Wow, that's a good question. So it's been at least since my wife and I got married. So I would say it's probably been. You can't fact check me against my wife, can you? I'm gonna say 22 years.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, it may be longer than that actually, but I'm gonna go with 22.
So, how did you become a member? Were you born into it, or did you just search around?
Well, obviously, my wife was a big influence. She grew up in a Lutheran church. I grew up more in a Methodist church, and but once we actually went to several Lutheran churches in the area, and settled in on Resurrection because we just really loved the people and loved the. Of course, obviously, the building is absolutely gorgeous, but just the people and the pastor and were really inviting, and we really enjoyed it.
All right. What activities do you participate at church?
Well, there was a time when I was in the, I supported like the building committee, so I enjoyed doing that. I've been on the council for a couple of times. So mainly just involved right now with the video group. So my wife and I help to do the videoing for the service on YouTube, and so it helps for folks that can't come to church watch us still.
This is a hard question, but what do you think is your favorite memory at the church?
Yeah, that is a hard one. I obviously it would have to be my son and daughter. You know, just their wide array of experiences, everything from their baptismal to participating in the functions around Christmas time. I love Christmas and just love the plays and the things that they do around Christmas. That just watching them grow up through the church is, I guess it can't be just one thing for me. It's just all the combination of those things.
All right. What's one thing here at the church that we do that you think we do well?
Wow, we do so many things well. Obviously, I think we do a great job of welcoming to the local community. There's always a huge amount of support given for the local community through the church. So I really think that's probably one of the things I really notice the most.
All right. Well, if there is anything, what is one thing that you think we could do better?
Ah, goodness. One thing you could do better. That's really hard. I guess obviously I would love for us to somehow have more people in church. You know, it's I think it's such a beautiful place, and it's you just love to see more people enjoy it.
Definitely. So what changes have you seen since you've started coming to church over the years?
Well, the big change for me, and this was something when I got involved in the building committee, is our new Reeser Hall. Just absolutely spectacular. I knew Ted Holiday. He was at the church and got involved with him, and he had a vision which basically mimics what has been done. To have a covered area coming into the church, that was my least favorite part of the church from an aesthetics standpoint, was that the old air conditioning units on the outside of the windows on that side where everybody parked to walk in, and it was very non-aesthetically pleasing. So just to me, I love that we were able to, number one, get rid of that and replace it with something that's just truly spectacular.
Yes. So in the future, what is one thing that you could see us changing?
Gosh, in the future, what could we change? What could we change? I guess we could change some carpet.
Yeah, agreed. All right. What is something that has happened that has really impacted you to do more for the church?
Obviously, just the things that, like the amount of time and energy you see some of the folks that put in to the church, like with the plays, it really inspires you to want to stay involved in the church and keep coming to the church. It's just there's a lot. I love the music. I really love coming and hearing the music. It's like a concert every week when I come. And sometimes you kind of lose sight of that, how special it is. And I'm not musically inclined at all, so I really appreciate anybody that has musical talent. So that's what I really enjoy.
Definitely, the music is great. So, what is something that you tell your family and friends about the resurrection?
Obviously, the thing we talk about most is probably around the holidays, the service around the holidays, the Christmas, the lights, the nighttime service. That's just something that's really special. And obviously, we've invited my parents to come during those times because they're usually in town. If they are in town, we love for them to see that because it's so special.
That's definitely, yes. So finally, is there anything you'd like to add? Maybe perhaps advice for our future generations?
Wow, I think doing these types of recordings and videos, I think, is a great idea to have that knowledge and be able to share it in the future. I love that we're able to record, the services each day for people to watch, either live or even, at a different time in case they're busy. But I think we do need to continue with those type of efforts to help attract the next generation.